Good morning, Love Tribe. It's Tracy with TR's Tarot Talk 1111. I am here to do a pick-a-pile reading on what is your person currently thinking and their intentions towards you in the future. Now, this is obviously for people who are in no contact or very little contact. And there's usually a reason, right? You've had an argument, or there's a third-party situation, or you live too far apart, or whatever the circumstance, but this is going to be around why, or what's going on with them, what are they thinking about you, and what's the potential for the future, right? What are their current feelings, and what are their intentions? So I'm going to bring you down to your choices. Guys, I'm still struggling with my throat in the morning. By the afternoon, it's done. I should just record in the afternoon, but then Jesse's home. And y'all know, if you've been here a while, by the way, if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I love you guys. You are my love tribe. And if you are a new subscriber, if you like our vibe, join our tribe. The subscribe button's below. Make sure you turn on your notifications because we go live for every new moon and full moon and major astrological event. Providing, of course, God willing and the creek don't rise, right? Sometimes I'm out of town and can't do it, but we try to reach every one of them. If you'd like to join Patreon or book a private reading, everything's in the description box below. All right, now we're going to bring you down. Pardon me, guys. I'm so sorry. So today we are choosing tarot decks. So deck number 1 is the Game of Thrones tarot. And if you like to choose by crystals, I've got the titanium quartz crystal. And pile number 2 is the Osho Zen tarot. And that is the citrine crystal orb. And the last deck is the Tarot of Familiars. This is done by, well, my goodness, Lisa Larker. All right, so we're going to get those. We'll do those in a little bit. Let me put these off to the side. For those of you who chose pile number 1, we're going to take a look at what is up with this relationship or this person, your crush, whatever, somebody on your heart and mind. What is going on with them? What's going on with you? We're just going to kind of delve into it, and then we're going to use some oracles at the end. I'll be reintroducing my messages deck that I have now officially made. I mean, it's still a handmade deck, but I want to use it a little bit because I've added a lot more messages that I channeled over the holiday to it. And so we want to use it a lot to see if it resonates before I take it to print. But we will get messages at the end from your person's, I guess, higher self, from, their intentions. All right. So, Spirit, pardon me. Tell me about pile number 1's person. What are their current thoughts and feelings about my pile number 1? What is going on with pile number 1's person? How are they thinking and feeling toward pile number 1? Okay, how do you want to receive? All right, thank you. All right, let's get some more. So we got the 6 of coins. So your person is, they could be worried about their finances, or they could actually be thinking about how can they show up in a way that is equal to you, right? Maybe they see you as being above them. Sometimes they put us on pedestals. Sometimes this is all about wanting to be fair. Maybe they're thinking about how can I be fair with my pile number 1s. We'll get more energy out. Tell me more about pile number 1's person, please. Their current feelings toward pile number 1. So we've got the Knight of Spears in reverse. So you're probably, obviously, or you wouldn't be here watching this, you're probably not communicating much, but there is a desire. Knight of Wands. Tell me more about pile number one's person's current feelings and situation. Wow. Okay, we got 3. So that'll probably be the end of what I take. Okay. So bottom of the deck is the Queen of Coins. And under that is the 8 of Cups in reverse with the Emperor in the upright. So we have the 6 of Pentacles. Like I said, there's a question here around fairness, around generosity, around being able to show up in a way that's fair. Now, if you've had some kind of argument, which we will clarify these to get more energy on them, but hypothetically speaking, if you've had an argument or something, maybe they felt like it was unfair. Maybe they, it just feels to me like there's something that's out of balance with this and they know it. Okay. Then we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. This could be the energy of somebody who has previously been a bit of a player for you. They come in and kind of love bomb you, gaslight you, whatever. Maybe they're impetuous. They might, have a stunted growth emotionally, because we do have the King of Cups in reverse as the last card. So emotionally, maybe because I'm kind of a trauma coach, so I always look at the deeper meanings, I guess. But it feels to me like there's something here. It's like the Peter Pan syndrome, where this person might have really been excited and they make these offers that they can't keep or won't keep. Maybe they have commitment problems. But it just feels to me like that's what's out of balance. That's the reason why they don't feel like they're being fair to you. They have a follow-through problem with their intentions, especially of a passionate nature or romantic nature. Because next we have the Chariot in reverse, and the Chariot in reverse tells me that this is out of balance, that this is kind of in stuck energy. When the Chariot's in reverse, I think of a charioteer that's hit a mud patch and just got stuck, right? It's not able to move forward, and probably because of inner trauma, to be honest. It could be external influences too, which we'll get with the clarifiers. But next you have the Ace of Wands. This is desire, guys, big time. Now, this could be sexual desire. This could be desire to communicate. This could be wanting a brand new beginning with you, fiery, passionate, creative. So this person, it feels to me with all this energy here, like your person wants this Ace of Spears, but they're really holding themselves back at the current moment. And part of the reading we'll be finding out why. It could be because she's like my wifey. So they could see you as commitment material, and maybe they have fear of commitment. And they think, well, she's not going to settle for anything less than commitment. And they might have issues around that because they're the leaving kind, right? They're the kind that comes in and goes out and comes in and goes out. But then we've got the Emperor. Okay, so this person knows that they need to take control of this behavior. Now, a lot of times the 8 of Cups in reverse, we're just going to say, I'm not seeing any third-party energy yet. But if there is, this could be them needing to leave a committed relationship with a wifey type person. And gender doesn't matter, okay? It's just energy, but it is the feminine energy, which can be housed in a masculine body. But we definitely have masculine and feminine energy here. So, just put yourself in whatever role you think you belong in. But this person might be with somebody else that they're having a hard time leaving. And that's not fair to you. And they're not able to really come in and stay. And with the King of Cups in reverse, this is, for me, somebody who is emotionally stunted. You know, like maybe they had a rough childhood. Maybe they have a hard time showing their emotions. When you get the Knight of Wands sometimes can be a bit of a player. And then you get the King of Cups in reverse. This is somebody who has a hard time opening their heart chakra up to receive love or to even give love in a stable, committed way. So, all right, I've got a deck here I'm going to use for clarifying, but it is a twin flame deck. If you're not in a twin flame situation, kind of avoid the Lover's card when it shows up as the twin flame. If you are in a twin flame situation, then, you know, it could be an extra message for you. But honestly, I just chose it because it's a really good relationship deck to get to the bottom of what's going on. So take what resonates and leave the rest. We do have the Emperor here. So, and I know a lot of you that watch my channel are in a twin flame dynamic. So maybe this will validate it. Maybe it won't. And if you're not, then we're just going to read the tarot like the tarot. All right. Spirit, what is going on with my pile number one's person? Why is the Six of Pentacles here? Why is the Six of Pentacles here for my person's person, or my viewer's person? Clarify the Six of Pentacles, please, for my person, or my viewer's person. Clarify the Six of Pentacles, please. All right, hold on. All right, clear and center, Tracy. Asking for validation, clarification on the Six of Coins for my viewers, person's feelings and intentions, please. Ooh, Judgment. Can I get another one, please? Six of Pentacles, clarify the Six of Pentacles and Judgment, please. Clarify the Six of Pentacles and Judgment. Ooh, Injustice. Dang. Okay, so this is a soul contract, guys. I don't know what's happened with you and this person in this lifetime. It could even be past life contract. But when you get Judgment and Justice in the same reading, when it comes to you and your person with the Six of Pentacles, this is making something right. And it's probably on a very deep level. You might have known this person for a while. And maybe, you know, they did some kind of really traumatic thing. They could have abandoned you. They could have used you, or they could have lied and cheated on you. Whatever it is, they're getting their comeuppance, like this relationship. So this could even be their karma that they've earned in this lifetime or previous lifetimes with other people too. It doesn't have to just be you. But if they have a pattern of gaslighting or using people or playing with people's hearts, coming in and out of their lives, and probably through a trauma wound of their own, but still it's not an excuse for their behavior. And this is like a life lesson for them. Meeting you is like a catalyst for their kind of ascension, right? Clearing their karma, learning to change behaviors that might be very subconsciously ingrained in their psyche. And so this is deep. I mean, if I got like Judgment here and Justice over here or something, it would mean something much different for me as a reader. But when you get the Six of Pentacles, that's fair. That's being fair and generous and honest, equal, right? Treating somebody like they're your equal. It's like the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. And when it comes up with the Judgment, which says karma review in this deck, and Justice, which says soul contract, I would say your person's being dealt that's Saturn energy. Saturn and I think Jupiter energy, actually, which didn't we just have like the grand conjunction or something where Saturn and Jupiter met up? I am not an astrologer, guys. I just channel, and they channel stuff to me. So that could be a thing. That could be like this person's lifetime. That could be their thing, where they have to make something right in their life. They have to change on a very deep cellular level in order to clear their karma. It's a karma. It's like a karma. It's like karma's biting them in the ass through whatever they're experiencing with you. So my guess is, you're different to them. They have a guilty conscience, King of Cups in reverse. When it comes to you, probably they've used and abused many people, and never really had much emotion, King of Cups, around it until they met you. And now all of a sudden they're kind of being called to the table by the universe to have a coming to Jesus moment about their behavior. And all because now they've caught the feels, right? The King of Cups is there. So let's just clarify more. Tell me about the Knight of Wands in reverse, please. Why is the Knight of Wands in reverse here? So again, I'm getting two scenarios. Some of you guys, this person is definitely married and has a family. And so they're trying to hold back their passion and desire because of guilt. And like I said, it does feel like it's a childhood trauma. Maybe their father cheated on their mother, or their mother cheated on their father, or they've had previous marriages where infidelity was an issue. But this feels to me, for some of you, like it could be that this person is in a stable, committed relationship with this Queen of Pentacles and unable to leave. And the only way they can leave is by kind of becoming the emperor. They've got to take control and make an executive decision. Now, for the other group of you, this is fear around commitment. This person has an extreme reaction, triggered reaction to commitment, to anything that's stable or long-term. So put yourself in whatever situation you're in, because if you're watching this, you probably already know if your person's married, or you suspect. And if that's not the case, then this is just a huge fear of commitment, and probably due to either past life trauma or a current life trauma around the mother figure and the father figure. There could have been infidelity in the child and in their upbringing. This could be familial karma as well. Maybe there's a long line of infidelity in the family. It just seems to be a family pattern. And your person and you meeting each other is a catalyst for this trauma to be triggered and healed, because this person's desiring some kind of a stable, secure relationship, but it goes against their very nature. So it's triggering, right? Let's take a look at the Chariot, please. Tell me about the Chariot in reverse. Why is the Chariot here for pile number one's person's feelings and intentions? Yeah, the Death card. They are going through a huge transformation, you guys. So it's like spirit's keeping them stuck in a mud. They can't go forward. They can't go backward. They can't really do anything until they face this karma and do healing, be the caterpillar going into the chrysalis. This is transformation. Something in this person's life has been triggered with judgment. Judgment for me as a as a ascension coach and light worker, judgment is the wake-up call. It's the 1111 or 111, 222. It's where, you meet somebody and they're a huge catalyst for a spiritual awakening and a clearing of karma and healing trauma bonds. And so you've been a catalyst in this person's life for a transformation, which always means that it's a mirror that you also are going through this process. I don't know where you are at on it because this reading isn't really about you. I'll be doing readings like that, and you can go check out my Pick a Pile playlist. But this is basically around what's going on with them at the moment. All right, and they're going through a huge transformation. Tell me, Spirit, where are they at in the process of this transformation? What stage are they in? Three of Pentacles. This is about stability. This is about creating something that lasts a lifetime. This is Three of Pentacles is building a foundation. It's a foundation that doesn't crumble. It's something that this person has been afraid of committing fully to someone, even if they're married. I mean, I know people that are married that are still very non-committal. It's good on paper, right? They make a good team. They're like live-in roommates with benefits, but there's no love there. It's just a contract. And so they meet you, and now they've got their feels, right? They're getting their feels. They feel somehow tied or bonded to you, and they're wanting to build something with you. So why are they ready? Are they ready? I mean, why is the Chariot in reverse, Spirit? Oh, and we've got the Lovers. Now, remember, if you are a twin flame, this is extra validation. It says twin flame connection. If you're not a twin flame, then this is just the Lovers. This means that this person has options. They have a choice to make, and it is a heart-based decision. And so they very well could be in another relationship that is like a soul contract, right? Justice. Maybe they're trying to get a divorce, but this person has a decision to make. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Swords in reverse. This person could very well be in the process of making that decision because we have the Ace of Spears next. All right, so let's see. I'm going to put that Ace of Swords in the middle. Let's do a riffle shuffle. Oh, look, and I cut it right to it, even though I put it in the middle. Let's do a riffle shuffle. I'm going to cut it several times because I can still see that Ace of Swords. All right. Now, if Spirit wants to bring it out, or I mean, not Ace of Swords, Two of Swords. All right, so let's clarify this Ace of Wands, because this is big, guys. This is a new beginning, or a desire, because it's a desire, right? Fire, to create a new beginning. Tell me about the Ace of Wands for how pile number one's person feels about pile number one, their feelings and intentions, please. Feelings and intentions. Oh, too many. Let's try again. Feelings and intentions of pile number one's person, please. Clarify the Ace of Wands for their feelings and intentions for pile number one. Yeah, see, this person is... Okay, I don't want to give you false hope, but what I'm feeling here is this person really wants you. And they're really wanting to build something, because we went from the Three of Pentacles to the Page of Pentacles to this Ace of Spears. So clarifying this desire for a new beginning, a passionate new beginning, it's concrete ideas. Like this person is actually planning, right? Pages are also beginning stages, which goes very well with an ace. It's the beginning stage of making their decision and formulating a plan, and then eventually presenting it. Page will move to the knight, right? Or the king, which is already out here. He can't be your king of pentacles for some of you because he's already someone else's. And if that doesn't apply, this is just a fear of commitment. And so this person is actually kind of going through, this makes me feel like student, like they're learning lessons, they're taking notes, they're making a plan. Tell me more about the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands for pile number one's person's thoughts and intentions toward pile number one. Tell me more. Four of Pentacles, scarcity mindset. So that's the hitch and the giddy up. That's the Chariot. This person doesn't know if they have what it takes, their self-esteem. It takes a lot of self-esteem to move forward with the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is powerful intentions. And clarified by the Page of Pentacles, that's not quite as powerful. And then the Four of Pentacles tells me that they can't really let you go, but they can't really embrace you either because they don't feel good enough, which takes us back to the Six of Pentacles. They don't feel like they're an equal match for you yet. All right, so tell me about the King of Cups, please. Clarify the King of Cups. Clarify the King of Cups. Six of Swords. Tranquil. And there's the Two of Swords in the upright. The Seven of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Swords in reverse. Knight of Cups. Okay, right there's the story. So we go from the King of Cups. We got the Knight of Cups, romantic gesture. With the Queen of Swords in reverse. That tells me that whether you're really a bitch or not, they have perceived or perception that you are not going to meet them in a receptive way, like you've put up some kind of wall instead of a healthy boundary. Whether this is true or not, I'm going to leave this out because I want to clarify it. Whether it's true or not is perception, right? It's their fear. It's what they think you're going to meet them with. Seven of Cups in reverse. Because they've kept their options open for a long time. And that's created this place where you've kind of probably given them an ultimatum. Show up right or don't show up at all, right? No options. I'm your only option. I'm your only choice. And that's put this person in this stuck energy, Chariot in reverse, Knight of Wands in reverse, stuck energy, stalemate, indecision about how to move this forward because they have a perception of you. You're telling them in for a penny, in for a pound, and they're not quite there yet. They're wanting it, but they're afraid of it. It's that fight or flight energy of, I don't know that I've ever been able to truly commit my heart, King of Cups, Knight of Cups. I've been able to commit to money or housing or other things, but I've never been able to truly commit when it comes to my heart. And so you've basically told them, don't bring me, look at Eight of Wands, Knight of Cups. That's their desire. I want to talk to you. I want to come towards you. Ace of Wands. I want to hold you. I love you. I miss you. Romantic gesture. Let me make this up to you. But Seven of Cups in reverse says they need to choose you and they know it. They can't keep their options open. They can't keep coming in and out as the Knight of Wands. They need to come in as the King. And for some of them, they can't because they're already tied up in another situation. That's why it's the Two of Swords, you or them. And if they're not in another situation, it's the Two of Swords about fear around not having options, but committing to just one person and possibly long-term commitment. In order to do this, this person needs to step into their emperor energy and stop leaving, stop ghosting, stop running away. They could be a runner. For those of you that they're not in another committed relationship, that's a card of running. It's like I'm in, I'm out, I'm up, I'm down, I'm on, I'm off, right? Knight of Wands in reverse energy. King of Cups in reverse. So this person got the memo, whether energetically you put that boundary up or if you did it verbally and said, I'm not doing this with you, not today, not tomorrow, not ever. You need to show up without any other options. You need to make your choice, or don't show up at all. Interesting. Interesting indeed. So I want to know about this Queen of Coins, although I do know that it's probably, look at that, 10 of Wands instantly. This is a burden. This person could be in another situation where they feel that they have responsibilities, possibly even children. Now that's just for some of you. So let me ask Spirit, what about those who are not in a third-party situation? What does this Queen of Pentacles represent for those who are not in a third-party situation? What does this Queen of Pentacles clarify, the Queen of Pentacles, for those who are not in a third-party situation? Knight of Cups. Yeah, again, it's about being vulnerable with their emotions. It's very hard for them. Very hard for them to be emotionally vulnerable and to actually make some kind of a commitment. Bottom of the deck is the Fool in reverse. They're just not ready yet to take that leap of faith. But with the Two of Swords, with the Four of Pentacles, so this is all about confidence. The Emperor, confidence. Okay, he is Aries energy, right? Aries energy is confident. It's fire. It's, the Emperor takes that wand and makes shit happen. And this person just isn't quite there yet, guys. So what I'm going to do now is I want to look at, we're going to pick these up, give them a nice shuffle. By the way, this is karmic, guys. This person either owes you from a previous lifetime, there's that Ace of Wands again, or this is just a pattern that they've developed in their life that meeting you is making them face and heal. And if that's happening, then I'm sure if I was reading for you, I would see that you also have some kind of a trauma bond that this person triggers inside of you as well. So what I want to do now is I just want to take a look at what future energies look like what are the potentials. I already see the desire, but let's see, what Spirit has to say. We're not even going to talk to your person at the moment. We're going to ask Spirit. So Spirit, what do you see happening in the future for these two people if they meet the right timeline? What's the potential of this relationship for pile number one between them and their person? What is the future potential of this relationship? Okay. Are we taking it? Oh my God. No, I'm not taking any more. Oh, yes, I am. Damn, damn, and damn. All right. We'll talk about that if it doesn't come out in this. Okay. Yes, we have to talk about this. All right. All right. Future potential. Remember, time is not real. It's an illusion. By the way, I think I saw a baby hawk. If that is a spirit animal for any of you, swooped down in my front yard, but beyond my view, so I couldn't tell. It was big, and it was brown. It looked like a baby hawk. I didn't get a clear sight on it, which could be significant. It could mean that this is in its beginning stages. All right, so future potential. Eight of Swords. I kind of feel like that's where you're at right now. Like Spirit's telling a timeline here of potentials. Okay, so time is not real. They are vibrational frequencies. And depending on whether or not you can vibrationally raise your frequency for union energy, then, this is a potential. Staying stuck for a while is a potential for the future. Okay. The Moon. This is all about confusion. It's about things you don't understand, things that are illusory or unknown, right? But it's also deeply intuitive. Okay. Anybody who tunes in to their intuition can navigate in the dark super easy just by trust and going within and trusting the vibe. So I believe that what Spirit's saying is you're going to have faith, and you're going to have to tap into your intuition and have trust about your path, even though you're kind of walking in the dark at the moment. Okay. Then we have the Nine of Cups. Okay. So we're kind of moving up that octave ladder, right? The timeline. So timeline 1 is staying stuck. Timeline 2 is learning to tap into your intuition and to follow the signs and synchronicities and just kind of work on it. Timeline number 3 is going for your wishes, wish fulfillment, satisfaction. That is kind of, I like to think of the Nine of Cups as a little bit self-loving in a healthy way. It's, I know what I want, and I'm going to go after it, and I'm going to choose my happiness, what makes me happy. And so if this person can clear their energy field and choose to love themselves enough to give themselves what they desire, which seems to be you, then the timeline would be the Nine of Cups, right? Self-fulfilling prophecy. The next timeline or progression in this would be the Nine of Cups. You add the Ace of Cups, which is self-love. It's the Holy Grail. When you can love yourself fully, you're no longer codependent on others, but you're interdependent or independent. And you can actually have a healthy, stable relationship or new beginning in relationship because your cup is not empty, which is pretty profound because down here we have the Two of Cups. When you can fill your own cup, you will magnetically manifest your counterpart who has that Six of Pentacles is now the Two of Cups. My cup is the same as your cup, and we are equal, right? So that's another option here for the future. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay. This is no more player. This is, healing that in and out behavior of passion, just wanting a passionate adventure or sex or whatever, and then dipping out again. That's healing that. Okay. So I feel like that's kind of a clarifier, a little bit of all this energy saying, if you want to heal this Eight of Swords, Moon, and move toward this Nine of Cups, Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, and Ace of Pentacles, then this is what needs to be healed for your person. Remember, we're only reading their energy today. We're not reading yours. We will do that in a different reading because this is a pick-a-pile and it would be forever long if I didn't. So the future looks really, really good, but it's all dependent on this person finally getting over their fear of commitment and really showing up in a more stable, secure way, not just when they're excited, because the Knight of Wands is like a match. You strike it against something and it burns really, really vibrant and hot. And then without fuel, it just fizzles out and then they're running again or running back to mama or whatever. Bottom of the deck is the 9 of Swords with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Fear of commitment. I mean, that's as plain as any reader will ever get. Almost, I would be willing to bet every single reader, if they got these two cards together, would say this is a fear of commitment. And if you're in a third-party situation, this is a fear of divorce, right? Afraid, worried, stressed. How do I make these aces happen? So now you've had the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles, right? What are we missing? Think about it. What are you missing? Ace of Swords, communication and clarity. And that brings us back to the Two of Swords. The guy hasn't, or girl, hasn't chosen or made a solid choice yet. That's why the Ace of Swords is missing. They've got choices, they've got options, and it seems like you've told them that's not that's not feasible. You're not going to deal with that anymore. So this is where you're at. This is how they feel. They love you. I mean, we've got all kinds of, we had the Lovers, the Two of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. This person's madly in love with you. They have emotions galore. They're just kind of stunted emotionally. I think they have had some kind of a life trauma that has closed off their heart chakra. And meeting you is a catalyst for that healing. So the good news is this person is truly in love with you. And Six of Pentacles, they want to be your equal. And with the Emperor, they want to be that stable, secure ruler of their domain and kingdom. And they want you to be the queen over that. Okay. If they've already got a queen in the throne, then they're going through a decision-making process of how to dethrone her and to, go toward what they want, Nine of Cups, with all this fresh new beginnings to have the Two of Cups and the Lovers. So that's where you're at currently. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to get you some advice now. And we'll do these more often. I've kind of been working on themes for the year. And so when you see this one come up again, you can check in on your person and see where are they at, I'm also going to do it for you, not just for them. What's going on in your healing. We do a lot of healing videos on how to do our inner work and shadow work and heal in order to come into some kind of an emotional space for a healthy relationship. All right, so let's get you some advice. Where do we want to start? Let's start with just advice. And then we'll move into messages. All right, Spirit, can you give my pile number 1 viewers advice about their relationship or feelings, intentions with their person? What advice do you have for my viewer in this journey with their person? What advice do you have for pile number 1? Okay, I'm only taking 1, guys. Come on, get out of there. All right, we have things are not as they appear. So if you are that Queen of Swords in reverse and you're just really kind of putting some strong walls up, be careful, because that's your trauma. Is, they might be the runner, but you are you're healing your codependence, but you're taking it to the masculine energy of, no options, no communication, no nothing. It's all or nothing. And, if and that might be necessary. I'm not saying it's not, but you need to check in with yourself and ask yourself, are you making it impossible for your person? Or are you just having some nice, healthy boundaries, asking them to show up right? Because if they're in another relationship, it takes time. It takes a lot of time to get a divorce, unless you've got a bargaining chip of some sort to make it happen quicker. So, you might need to have patience and empathy. You might need to leave the lines of communication open, but the lines of sexual interaction closed, right? There's healthy boundaries. So we have things are not as they appear. There could be something going on here that you don't know about, that you need to look into, or that you need to open your mind to inquire about. Okay. Next, we have the lower the price of your love, the higher its value. And so there is a warning here where Spirit's saying you might be putting a cost on your love that is too high for this person to pay currently. And so you might want to lower that wall and make it a nice, healthy boundary and have a little rules and regulations, but still be open to communication and to unconditional love with boundaries, with, healthy boundaries. Of course, I'm not going to be your mistress. I'm not going to have sex with you. We're not going to have tete-a-tetes at hotel rooms late at night without anybody knowing. And if you're not in a third-party situation, then you're not going to have sex with this person all the time and let them just hit up your phone and say, hey, you want to get lucky? And then they come and they have sex and then they leave and you don't hear from them for 2 weeks, right? So healthy boundaries, love, not sex, not passion, because there was a lot of fire in this. Fire and water makes steam, right? So the lower the price of your love, the higher its value. Brain freeze, the universe. All right, now I want to get you one of these. This is going to be a long reading. I hadn't taken that into consideration, but it's all right. It's the only one I'm doing today. All right, messages for pile number 1, please. Messages for pile number 1. Advice for pile number 1. Optimism. Let's get one more. Advice for pile number 1, please. Advice for pile number 1. Oh, and peace. Okay. Fragmented energy. Your person's all over the place right now. And Spirit's saying, you don't want your energy to match theirs. You want to be at peace. You want to be in this place of flow where you don't have a wall. You're being optimistic. You're looking out into the future and you're saying, if this love, look at the beautiful little swans. If this is meant to be, it will be, right? And you're just kind of in this peaceful place of allowing what's meant for you to show up and what's not meant for you to leave, and not really trying to control your person's behavior or control the situation or the outcome. Kind of be enjoying your life optimistically, peaceful. All right, let's get messages around this. Tell me, Spirit, pile number 1 with their person. Romance angels for pile number 1 with their person. Pile number 1 with their person. We have stay optimistic. Oh my God. Right there. Can you see it? Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So you can't be sitting at home thinking of all the worst case scenarios, because then you're vibrationally in that lower timeline of the 8 of Swords or the moon. In order to raise above into the higher timelines, which already exist, you just have to become a frequency match to them. And so stay optimistic. Glass half full, not glass half empty. One more romance angel for my viewer with their person, pile number 1. Ooh, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So if you have bad and separation, new love, you deserve love. So you guys, so basically what Spirit's saying is if you don't keep your frequency and vibration optimistic, then, that's a red flag. That's something that's being brought to your awareness, that you actually are a powerful manifester and you manifest what you are thinking and feeling, not what you want. And so pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention, be the observer of your thoughts and feelings. Are they optimistic or are they pessimistic? Because separation, time apart from your partner, is on the horizon, or new love. You have options too, right? You're keeping your options open is what I'm hearing, because you need to trust and forgive and learn. And part of it is you deserve love. We weren't looking at your energy, but it's coming out here. So there's some forgiving and learning you need to do around trust and faith and being open to love. So there's options. You have options. You can be in separation with your person and manifest new love. If you are in the lower vibration, it will be another karmic relationship, past life relationship, trust, forgiving, learning. There's a lot here about keeping your faith and trust and what trauma are you working with? We'll do a reading on that and help you with your traumas in one of the next videos. Okay, let's get more. Pile number 1, please. Pile number 1. Pile number 1. These are going to be long readings. Pile number 1. Marriage. This relationship is moving toward a sacred union. And also, I do believe for some of you, marriage could be involved. We already talked about that. Tell me one more, please, for pile number 1. Pile number 1. Okay. Finances. Yeah, with the 6 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, the 4 of Pentacles, there very well could be some financial issues with your person right now. So financial challenges are affecting this connection with marriage. It could be that your person, if they're in a committed relationship, it's going to cost them money. They're going to have to hire a lawyer. They're going to have to lose half their property, divvy up the bank accounts. Finances is an issue and a challenge for some of you. For others of you, this could be that this person doesn't feel like they're good enough to marry you, that they have to work on their self-development and finances first. Take what resonates, leave the rest. All right. What's going on in this relationship that can be worked on, Spirit? What needs to be worked on by both sides of this relationship? Well, you got your 2 right away. We got what the fuck? Ground yourself to understand the chaos. We did see that. I don't remember what the card was, but we did see some chaos. And your other one is, it's not you, it's me. There is some inner work that needs to be done. This is around self-worth. So take what you can take and mask off. The true self is being projected to the outside world. This person has a hard time being authentic and vulnerable, and they could be mirroring you. You might have trouble with that too. I would say that trust and infidelity, abandonment, look at those kind of wounds in your relationship or your childhood. All right, can I get a message for pile number 1, please? A love message for pile number 1. Playfulness, again, with the optimism and high vibration energy. Laughter is best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. So you can keep it playful, right? The lower the price of your love, the higher its value. If you've completely cut this person off and you're blocked them, or you're being a bitch, then you might want to ask yourself, what is this triggering within you, and what can you own? What part of this is yours to own and heal? All right, and now we're going to get you some messages from your person. This is the deck that I made. I bought blank playing cards, so they're real cards now. And we're going to get messages, and I added a whole bunch of new ones to it. So if you're a returning viewer, you're familiar with these messages, most of them, but there's a bunch of new ones, and I want to play with it for a while and get some feedback from you guys on whether or not they resonated with you. Because if they don't, if they're just giving false messages, then I'm not going to take them to print and try and share them, right? Sell them to other readers that could use them. All right. Tell me about pile number 1's. Look at that. Ace of Wands. This person is kind of a player. They're very motivated by sex. Makeup sex is always on my mind. That sucker popped right out. Tell me messages from pile number one's person. Messages from pile number one's person. Messages from pile number one's person. Pile number one's person. I never wanted any more children, or any, because I put the hyphen in, or the slash in there. So I never wanted any children, or I never wanted any more children. So take that if it resonates. It may or may not. It's a big deck, guys. And I named it, let me just say this. Oh, there you go. Look at there. Guys, there's like 200, almost 200 cards here. And there's only one divorce card. So we have, I'm separating, divorcing, moving out. Please give me time. So we've got, there's something so intense about you, it kind of freaks me out. That's their fear. They're very afraid of whatever emotions you bring up in them. Those are emotions that they've buried and haven't faced in a long time. And so you're kind of a trigger for them. We have, I need to focus on me right now. That's that 9 of Cups energy. I need to do what's best for me. Tell me more for pile number one's person. What would their person like to say? Pile number one. Let's get a couple more and then we'll read them and we're going to end this one. Okay. I'm going to go through the deck to the end. Yep, that one wanted to come. All right. So we have, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. And honestly, I do believe that. We had the Lovers, the Ace of Cups, the 2 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. There's a lot of emotion this person has for you. So this one says, shine your light so I can find my way. That's that optimism and peace. Vibrationally, you need to be in a vibration that you're challenging them to match, not matching in the lower timelines. We have, I have lack of energy and self-love, self-care, confidence. We have cycles end and begin. I do believe for a lot of you, this person could be in a third-party situation. And in order to have a new beginning, something has to end. And also, I believe a behavioral pattern of the Knight of Wands needs to end for this person. So, oh, wrong side. So this one says, every love song sings the song of you, of us, which is bringing me, by the way, to the love songs. I'm only getting you 2, okay? Because this is a long reading, which is okay. I don't mind long readings. Just know that we don't need to drag them out to where they're 3 hours long. One more, please. All right. So the love songs that you got is Roberta Flack, First Time Ever I Saw Your Face. The first time ever I saw your face, I thought the sun rose in your eyes, and the moon and the stars were the gifts you gave to the dark and the endless skies, my love. It's such a weird song to sing. The tunes all over the place. And the first time ever I kissed your mouth, I felt the earth move through my hand like the trembling heart of a captive bird that was then at my command, my love. Basically, guys, horrible singing aside, this person remembers the first time ever they saw your face, and it was pretty fucking awesome. Like it lit them up, like the sun rose and the moon and the stars were gifts, you know, to the darkness in their life. First time ever they kissed your mouth, they felt the earth move through their hand, like the trembling heart of a captive bird. I mean, it's pretty intense. You really brought up a lot of passion and chemistry and intense feelings from this person that, quite frankly, freaks them out. There's something so intense about you, it freaks me out. All right, and your next one is Slim Shady. Yeah, with that mask. This person has a hard time being authentic. So we have Eminem, Slim Shady, because I'm the real Slim Shady. All the other Slim Shadys are just imitating. So want the real Slim Shadys, please stand up, please stand up. All right, guys, that's pile number 1. Holy crap, that was a long reading. But I'm going to be doing more of these, so watch for them. We'll do check-ins to see how you're doing. And you do have an option for new love that you can manifest if this isn't really putting you in a place of feeling safe or secure. But just know that if this is a karmic lesson, which looks like it is, you very well might just manifest more lessons. So if this person's a catalyst for your healing, I'd rather dance with the devil I know than dance with one I don't. But it's up to you. I love you guys. If you like this reading and you're new, please hit the subscribe, join our little love tribe, hit the wiggly bell so that you get notified. And if you would like to book a personal private reading, it is down in the description box below. We also have a Patreon account. If you resonate with being a twin flame, I would join at the 1111. It's the middle tier. I'm creating a community of all twins there. If you just want extended and exclusive content, it's only $4.44 a month. And $22.22 gets you all the workshops and the all exclusive pass to things that other people don't get, exclusive content. All right, so I love you. What time is it? Let's move on. Wow, an hour. Come on. Next one, guys, pile number 2. I'm sorry, but we can't take a whole hour. Jesse will be home. So I'm going to have to learn how to shorten 102.07. Yeah, I'm sorry, but pile number 2 and pile number 3 might just have to deal with getting a little bit shorter of a reading, but I'll get all the messages out there. All right, pile number 2's. Knock, knock. Who's there? Not you, then who? Pile number 2. That's who. In love and romance, what is going on with pile number 2's person? Just their person's energy only, please, Spirit. What is going on with pile number 2's person? What are their feelings toward pile number 2, and what are their intentions and blocks? What do we need to know about this separation or this challenge for pile number 2 and their person? All right, pile number 2's person's energy, please. What's going on with pile number 2 and their energy? What is going on with pile number 2? What is going on with pile number 2? All right. Ooh, bottom of the deck is the Lovers. It was in reverse, though. So there's a choice to be made here. Wow, this is like the same damn reading. All right, so we've got Death and Transformation as your first card out, with the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Very similar energy. Must be that Venus retrograde, huh? Then we have the Page of Wands, not the Knight, the Page. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, 4 of Wands in reverse, and the Queen. No. I want to say, so Queen, King. No, This is the Queen of Pentacles. This is the King of Pentacles. The feminine kind of face through me. So we've got a match here, guys. We've got a divine match. That's why the Lovers is here. With the 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. Ooh, and Temperance. Okay, so you guys are healing. There's some, okay, we'll look into this, but there's burdens here. There's something that you guys have got some heavy emotions, heavy feelings here. And it looks like it's around codependency with the 9 of Pentacles. It's all about being able to create for yourself. This person challenges, this person is probably not showing up for you because this is their energy, not your energy. But I intuitively feel like it's a shared energy. But this person, this is very similar to pile number 1. This person has codependency issues. So it can manifest in a job they hate or a relationship that's toxic and they hate. But it's something they need to free themselves from. They need to find independence. They need to learn how to create for themselves. So without anybody else, it's like I can do this with or without or in spite of anybody else. And that's the healing and the transformation that is occurring in your person at this time. And with the Lovers in reverse, this is like an inability to choose with an open heart because probably they are codependent. They don't know how to choose for themselves. They have a hard time really being in a powerful position of making self-determined action without other people's input. So it doesn't have to be third party, because really I feel like you guys are you're very compatible. I mean, you've got the King and Queen of Pentacles here. It looks like you are very stable and secure and they're not. Now with the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, this is all about your person is very, very in lack mentality. They're not feeling powerful. They're just feeling small. They're feeling unworthy, unloved, unchosen, whatever. They feel like the only time they ever get love is if they compromise and accept less than what they deserve. They've never really challenged themselves to hold out and be independent on their own without somebody else to validate them or to build something with. This is about your person needs this separation. They need this separation. And if there is a third party situation, they're not in it anymore. They're wanting out. I always have to throw that in there when there's a couple on the board and it's pentacles. Now, if it was wands or cups or swords, it would be different. But when it's the pentacles, that's usually husband-wife energy, or at least a very committed energy. And it, obviously is the earth signs. Could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn you're dealing with. Doesn't have to be. Could be a Scorpio. I didn't call out the signs in the last reading. But obviously, this is obvious to me that this person doesn't feel worthy of union. 4 of Wands in the reverse. They don't have a stable foundation within themselves. And so like people who manifest disease in their body and they, live off a disability and government programs, or maybe it's not that, but they just, they've struggled all their life to really kind of be financially secure. That tells me it's an energy thing, because money is currency, it's energy. And it flows to us when we value ourselves. Then the world pays us what we believe we're worth. And so I'm seeing self-worth issues with your person. They don't feel worthy, and therefore they're having a hard time manifesting this connection. And so I'm going to clarify these. We're going to use that twin flame deck again, because I know a lot of my viewers are twin flames, so just in case. But if you aren't, then don't take it the way the deck is created. This, we'll just read it both ways. But I want to clarify this, even though I'm pretty sure, and it's funny, I said I was going to speed this reading up, and I'm pretty sure I got your memo already. Your person just doesn't feel good enough. They just don't. And if you manifested them, then my guess is you're a vibrational match. So you might want to take a look at how you feel inside. Do you feel empowered? Do you feel worthy? Do you feel loved? Do you feel chosen? Do you have good money? Do you have an abundant life? And if you don't, then that could be a trauma bond that the two of you share. And that could be why transformation is here, because it's a catalyst for both of you to level up, to heal that lack mentality, and to challenge each other to really see your value, see your worth. So they'll trigger you, you'll trigger them. All right, tell me about the transformation. What's transforming for my pile number two's person? What's changing for pile number two's person? What is this change about? What's transforming for pile number two's person, please, Spirit? Two of Pentacles, balancing act. Let's get more. Tell me more about what's transforming for this person. What is changing? I can't take all those, but I'll take these two. So again, King of Pentacles. Here it's in the upright, here it's in the reverse. Six of Wands. This is all about pride and ego. This is about feeling good about themselves. It's about balancing out their finances, balancing out their life, feeling worthy, feeling chosen, feeling good enough, feeling recognized and applauded. People telling them, oh, you did a great job. They're a bit codependent. They need a lot of validation in order to feel secure within themselves. And again, if you're in a third party situation, you know the drill. Put yourself there and just understand that this person has option, right? They're juggling two different people, possibly. I'm really not getting that for pile number twos as much. I'm sure there's probably a couple of you that resonate with that. But mostly I'm just feeling this has to do with self-worth. This is about juggling finances, juggling that lack mentality, trying to find a stable life, trying to feel victorious, trying to boost themselves up into a higher vibration where they actually can manifest value because they value themselves. This is about self-love so far, is what it feels like. All right, tell me about the Six of Pentacles in reverse. This is also victim mentality. When you get the Six of Pentacles in reverse, it's like life is unfair. I never get what I deserve. I'm constantly giving, and nobody gives back unless I compromise and devalue myself. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. Oh, so we've got the Hierophant, spiritual advisement, and the Two of Wands. So yeah, some of you guys might be dealing with a third-party situation. I wish you guys would just figure that shit out, because all of my readings always come around to that. And I would really like to see fresh energy. I was hoping when our channel grew that we had less of that, but it does look like for some of you, this is around marriage. They could be married to someone else. They've got choices. We got two twos here, and we got the Lovers in reverse. And we've got the King and Queen of Pentacles, which is the husband and wife of the tarot. However, this could be, maybe you're already married to this person and you're on a hiatus. You're broke up. Maybe you fight over money all the time. Maybe you don't like the way this person doesn't commit to future plans, right? They kind of bomb out on those plans and decisions. I just kind of feel like whatever it is, it has a lot to do with self-worth, lack mentality. And the Hierophant also tells me there's a lesson being learned here, especially with the Death card. That is a spiritual transformation. And the Hierophant in this deck is called spiritual advisement. And so this person's learning their worth, learning not to compromise their integrity, learning how to create their highest and best abundant life, and learning how to choose for themselves without needing codependent help, like going to mommy for advice and always taking mommy's advice instead of following their own intuition or taking their best friend's advice. This is somebody who is a follower craving to become a leader. And they probably have a hard time making their own decisions without outer influence. Tell me about the Page of Wands, please. Why is the Page of Wands here? Ooh, 10 of Pentacles. See, and this is ultimate achievement. So I have to say, because we do have a lot of the marriage cards here, if you know you're dealing with that, I'm going to tell you why you're dealing with that. This person married low standard, super karmic. To teach them, I mean, it's going to be a horrible committed relationship because they compromise their integrity at every turn and let somebody else have the authority in the relationship. If this isn't third party, this is all about this person wanting to be recognized, wanting to have achievements, wanting to build a stable foundation for themselves, wanting to leave a legacy. And they're really challenged in that department. And that's what's transforming for them, is spirits kind of bringing them to a place in their life where they can have better, but they're going to have the confidence to create it, right? They're going to have to heal something within them that makes them believe that they can never be happy, that they're not, that everybody, it's like comparing yourself to others. Everybody else gets the 10 of Pentacles. Everybody else gets the committed relationship. Everybody else gets success and recognition, but not me. I compromise and I let other people advise me and help me make my planning and decisions. This is somebody that doesn't trust their ability to step up in an authoritative way. So take what resonates. Either way, that's the message. Whether they're married or single, it doesn't matter. This person struggles with codependency. Tell me about the King of Pentacles in reverse. Now, I don't have the book for this, so I'm assuming this is the King and Queen, and Spirit always gives me intuitive hits. So if it's not, and you've got this deck and you know I'm wrong, just know that I'm reading intuitively too. And so with maturity in reverse, this is somebody who has a hard time being mature, a mature adult, making their own decisions. So thoughts, Page of Swords. This is this person, they're the student. This Page of Swords for me is Curious George. He's the one that is now aware of things that they used to be unaware of. He's watching videos, or he's reading self-help books, or he's spying on you and you're an inspiration toward becoming a better version of themselves because they've got the feels for you. Although I don't see any feels here just yet. There's not a whole lot of cups here, I'm going to be honest. But we'll see. But this person is definitely watching, studying, thinking. Thoughts. There's a lot going on inside this person. Change. I'm hearing the phrase, the winds of change have stirred for this person. They're craving, their soul is craving liberation, craving achievement, craving success, recognition, tired of the same old shitty deal, right? Tell me more Do I want more on that? Yeah, tell me more about this maturity in reverse. One more on that, please. One more. Oh, we got two more. So we've got Knight of Wands, passionate adventure. This person is not happy in their life. They're wanting something new. They're getting a calling with that death card. This is, I'm tired of the hand that I've been dealt. There's victimization in this. Okay, this person's not owning their part in this. They're looking at it like, I'm tired of my shitty life. I'm tired of my shitty job, my shitty apartment, my shitty. And they want adventure. They want what other people have. They're watching, they're learning, they're observing, they're thinking, and they want a passionate adventure too. And I think they want it with you. Oh my God. So you could possibly know this person for a while, Six of Cups, or when you met them. So now we're getting emotions, Queen of Cups, Six of Cups. I'm not sure if that's their energy or yours, but then we've got the hidden knowledge in the reverse. This person just hasn't really quite gotten the soul knowledge and maturity, wisdom just yet. But you were placed in their life to be a catalyst for that. Six of Swords, tranquility ahead. This person wants a peaceful, happy, adventurous life. And they're studying and learning and following inner guidance, right? With the High Priestess and the Hierophant. Now the High Priestess is in reverse, telling me that they're not trusting their intuition yet. They're not really getting all the data that they need to make this transformation, but they're in the process. Eight of Wands in reverse, you're probably not communicating. You probably haven't seen a whole lot of growth in this person. But it's happening kind of under the surface is what I feel. So tell me about the Four of Wands in reverse. Tell me about the Four of Wands in reverse. Why is the Four of Wands in reverse for pile number 2's person's feelings and intentions? Why is the Four of Wands in reverse? Four of Wands in reverse. Let's try again. Why is the Four of Wands in? Okay, thank you. So Spirit's telling me that there is a card that they want to select, but it's in the reverse and they want it in the upright, or it's in the upright and they want it in the reverse. So they want me to do a couple riffle shuffles so they can manipulate the card they want into the placement they want to have it in. One more, Spirit. Okay. Clarify the Four of Wands, please. Clarify the Four of Wands. Why is the Four of Wands in reverse? There we go. And look, they want to go in the reverse. That's why. So we have the Magician in reverse and we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. So this person, and the Ace of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands in the upright on the bottom. Things are going to get better, guys. Things are going to get better. Spirit's telling me that when they overcome their fears, when they're really ready to do their work, they need to put in work too. I think this person's been codependent. And so they need to actually be willing to build that foundation, that stable, secure, mature relationship. They've got to do their part. They can't just compromise and let somebody else take control. They need to plant the seeds and they need to do the work. Roll up their sleeves and actually help build it. And that's how this Four of Wands is going to figure out. So again, if you guys are married to this person or you lived with this person and you're separated, you threw them out or they threw you out or whatever, what's going to fix this, because the four can represent a happy home, is collaboration and investment, hard work, right? And being open to whatever it is you're asking to create, right? The Magician in reverse is manipulation. It's I manipulate circumstances to get what I want. And I think that, and so that Four of Wands is called participation. And again, with that Three of Pentacles, I feel like this person really hasn't hasn't tried real hard in their life to co-create with the universe. They just kind of accept whatever comes without any healthy boundaries. They just kind of are open and let other people choose for them. Other people create their life. And that's what needs to change, is they really need to kind of learn to make decisions that change their future depending on what they want to create. And right now, they're just struggling with that. They're kind of vulnerable and victimized. And if you're married to this person or you lived with them and you're on a breakup, it's not your fault. You probably had to step up and take authority and be, I had to do that in my marriage. I worked 3 businesses. I created 3 businesses, and my husband sat at home with coffee and watched the kids and did it intentionally, like quit his job 2 weeks after we got married. And well, yeah. So I don't want to go into my shit. But anyhow, if you are the strong, dependent one and you make all the decisions, it's probably because this person has trauma in their soul, in their childhood, or their inner wounding. And so they've always kind of been a follower. And this is the kind of person who moves in with somebody, just to have a roof over their head. And if this doesn't resonate with you, you might want to pick a different pile, because this is pretty obvious. We got maturity in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse, right? This is all about this person is building, spirit is working in your person's life to spiritually make them see that they are part of the problem. And they need to work toward creating, the Magician, co-creating the desires that are here on the table. 10 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles in the upright, and in the reverse, the Hierophant, the 4 of Wands, a happy home or a happy foundation or marriage. This person is not a fighter. And I think that's what's changing for them. That's what's being asked to change. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. So the Creator in reverse under the deck with Temperance, with 10 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, and the Lovers in reverse. This person is disempowered. Okay? They're not a leader, they're a follower. And that's what's being balanced in their life. You're a catalyst for that. They're starting to see the burden of not being able to choose for themselves, not being independent, not being able to have a voice or say, this is what I want, and I don't care what you say. I'm going to go after it, and I'm going to get it. I'm going to plant those seeds, right? I'm going to build that foundation. I'm going to have that happy home, and I'm going to leave all the worries and fears about losing it. And this person is really changing, guys, on a very deep cellular level. It's like making a puppy into a fucking wolf. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles flowering. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. Why is it here for pile number 2's person? Why is it here for pile number 2's person? Why is it here for pile number 2's person? Page of Wands, excitement and curiosity. This person is about to boss up in their life because they want something better. 8 of Cups, evolving. 4 of Cups, missed opportunity. This person is going to be sharp and assertive. They're going to go after everything they missed out in their life. If they dreamed of being a musician or a painter or owning their own business or or whatever. This person's tired of these missed opportunities. They're walking away. It could be walking away from you. It could be walking away from a marriage. It could be walking away from a job. It could be walking away from anything. But why are they walking away? Because they want to plant that Ace of Pentacles and become independent. And they're excited for the future. So this is kind of curious. So I'm going to pull these up now. I'm going to do like I did for pile number 1. We're going to look at timelines. What are the timeline options depending on vibration, frequency, and choice for the future? If you're not familiar with timelines and vibration and frequency, basically you can manifest all day long telling the universe you want to be a billionaire. But if you don't have a belief system that you're worthy of $1 billion, you will never have it. So it is a timeline that exists already in creation that you can vibrationally match through your thoughts, intentions, feelings, and create, or you can constantly want it and never get it. The universe will only give you or pay you what you believe you are worth. So if you think you're worth a dime, but you're asking for $1 billion, you're never going to manifest it. You're not in alignment with it vibrationally. So in order to vibrationally align with it, you have to do something different in your life to make you feel worthy of $1 billion. And when you get there, you'll manifest it. I've seen it happen. Honestly, maybe not $1 billion, but a lot more dollars than you've got currently. And it's not just about money. I'm just using that for a suggestion or a example. But when you start feeling better about yourself and knowing your self-worth, and not compromising, when you mature, when you get wise, when you own your part in it, your participation or lack of, things start rapidly changing because the universe will give you what you now believe you are worthy to receive. So let's take a look at the options. What are the option timelines for group number 2? What are the vibrational timelines they can manifest with this person? What is the vibrational timeline? Start with the most likely to the best. Let's get 3 more, please. Let's move it on up the scale of vibration, please. Move it on up the scale of vibration. Okay. Move it on up the scale of vibration. Let's get, one more. One more, please. Timelines, highest and best timeline for these pile number 2 in their person. What is the highest and best timeline? How do you want to receive? Okay. One more time. No. All right. Upright. Okay. Oh, and Chariot on the bottom of the deck with the Hierophant in the upright. After the transformation. Look at ending old cycles, going through the transformation, coming out the butterfly, completely changed is what's going to create this stability, this security. And it was all done through Spirit's advisement, which is going to help this person to succeed and move forward with you. That's the highest and best timeline. The lowest timeline here is the King of Wands in reverse. It's where you're already at. Your person is disempowered. They just don't feel worthy. 3 of Wands in reverse. I never get what I ask for. Victim mentality. I don't believe that the ships I've been trying to manifest are ever going to show up. Lack of faith in the future, lack of expansion and growth. I believe that's where this person's moving from. Then we get the Page of Pentacles, concrete ideas. It's a timeline where there's problem solving, there's investment, there's hard work, there's a plan. And then the next timeline is romantic gesture. This person feels good enough to come forward and just have conversation, because next is the Ace of Swords. Clarity, breakthrough, and awareness, maturity, ready to really take that next step and be vulnerable. and universal alignment. Isn't that wild? Because I was asking about vibrational alignment. If you find vibrational alignment, you're going to experience this beautiful energy. The Empress, okay? She don't chase anything. She just attracts. That's magnetism. That's feminine energy. If you're dealing with the masculine, he's been stuck in masculine distortion. And if you're dealing with a feminine, of course, she's been in the feminine distortion. But with all of the messages I've received, it's the masculine energy that's in distortion with the King of Pentacles in reverse. So this is all about moving in, balancing their life. Why is it escaping me? I don't know. Jesse just came in and broke my trunk. He didn't mean to, but he broke my train of thoughts. So oh God, never mind. It'll come back to me. There was a lot of balancing that needed to happen in this situation. 6 of Pentacles in reverse, 2 of Pentacles, and the Temperance. That's the card I was looking for. So this is about balancing the masculine, feminine energy. This person felt disempowered, right? And in order to, so every time they tried to force or control things, they became victimized. So they need to balance their feminine energy of creativity, creating with the Magician in balance. Masculine is Magician, feminine is the Empress. Also that High Priestess in reverse. This person needs to balance their masculine, feminine. They need to know. So I always look at the God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Courage. So that's feminine energy. God grant me the serenity to accept what I cannot change. And the masculine energy is courage to change the things I can. And balance between the two is the wisdom to know the difference. And so this will be a cycle completion. Once you find vibrational alignment, it will be a cycle completion. It will be a complete transformation that was led and guided through spiritual awareness and advisement and awakening. And that will create this chariot of successfully being, see, the chariot has the masculine and feminine in balance. It's the only way it can move forward. And so your highest and best timeline is that of clear communication and 4 of Wands, right? 10 of Pentacles, commitment, 3 of Pentacles, collaborating, building something sturdy for the future, taking control of your life in a way that is in balance, where you're trusting the universe, you're co-creating, right? You're not codependent, you're co-creative. All right, so that's what's going on with your person, guys. If that doesn't resonate with you, you might want to go get a different pile. Remember, they're general readings. I'm tapping into the majority, not the minority. Unless the minority really needs the message most. Sometimes Spirit will tap into the minority because they're the most stuck. And these readings are meant to heal. Look at, I knew that wanted to come out. Thank you. Can I get one more? Just because there. All right. So we have secret admirers. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they're letting on. Okay, so your person's not communicating. 8 of Wands in reverse. They're just not telling you about their feelings. Their feelings didn't even show up in the reading until the very end. So this person's really secretive with how they feel about you. Next, we have new beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. That's what Spirit's trying to create for this person, is the ability for them to create an adventurous life for themselves, not letting other people make their choices for them. Let's get you some advice around this, Spirit, for pile number 2. Wow. There it is. I didn't even get a chance to shuffle. Thank you. Oh, pay what you owe. You received what you have put out. Karma's just another word for lesson. So this person is learning, because remember, we're reading their energy, not yours. This person is learning that how they participate in their own life is how they create. It's what they receive, right? Karma. It's the manifestation wheel. What you put out into the world as far as thoughts and intentions, feelings, emotions, belief systems, it's what you receive back. So you will get external. If you believe you're not good enough, you will constantly manifest external proof, validation that you are not good enough. Because the universe doesn't bring you what you want, it brings you what you believe. Next, we have you're controlling. Control is stemmed from fear. Release what you cannot control. I think this person is struggling with strong feminines who are controlling, but maybe not because they wanted to be, but because this person couldn't create any control. They didn't participate. They didn't help. They just kind of allowed the other person all the authority and all the decision making. So, and then they resent them for it. So we have, you're too good for me. Raise your vibration so that you may be aligned with your desires. Exactly what we've been talking about. Exactly, like spirits like Tracy, you got it. If you guys don't resonate with that, I'm telling you, you got the wrong pile, because this has been a very clear message about this person. And because of that secret admirer, you might not even know that about this person. They might be so good at hiding it. But look at the evidence in their life. You know, what kind of car do they drive? What kind of job do they have? Do they live independently, or do they live with their parents? Or do they like share with friends, roommates? Or if you were living with them, were you the one creating all of the abundance and security? The evidence is there if you look for it. All right, let's get you advice. Advice. This person doesn't tell you. Oh, look at honor thyself. Wow, that was in my face. This person doesn't honor themselves. Just curious, when was the last time you looked into a mirror and addressed yourself as gorgeous, magnificent, or sublime? It matters. Here's looking at you, gorgeous, the universe. P.S. Okay, hubba hubba counts. I don't know why I saw that, but here we got I heart you. This person is lacking in self-love. And if you manifested them, you might want to take a look at your belief systems as well, because you're going to be in one of the distortions. You'll either match their frequency, or you're the controlling one that fixes everything, makes everything happen for them. So it says, if everyone really knew how much they were loved, not only from above, but by those now in their life, there'd be little hearts drawn on everything from wheelbarrows to skyscrapers to jumbo jets. And I so look forward to that day. Big heart. This person isn't really talking about their feelings. And maybe they do. If they do to you, they're not to themselves. They're not loving themselves. They're not drawing little hearts around their face. That mirror, right? Gotta love that mirror. Jesse, I still have an entire pile left to read. So could you come close my bedroom door and try to keep things quiet until I'm finished, please? Thank you. You're going to what? Okay, it's a nice day to play outside. It's not too cold. Share a snack with Charles. Okay. Sorry, guys. Pile number 2. Advice for pile number 2 in this situation, please. Advice for pile number 2. Nope, too many. But I will take the top one. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to take those 2. So I'm not sure, Spirit, if those were the ones you wanted, but they certainly play into the reading. So let's get one more that you choose. Just one, Spirit, please. One. Just one. One more. There it is. All right. What do we got? So, yeah. So here we've got status quo. This person has never really fought for what they wanted. They just settle. Compromise, compromise, compromise. And they're getting tired of the same old shit. Didn't I say it? The status quo. Tired of the same old shit. They're trying to change things. They're desiring change. They're motivated to change. And both of them are cycles, by the way. Look at the top of the cards. So 5 is about change. 2s are about choices. And then we have intention, hidden motivations. So I think the hidden motivation is this person wants a happy home. They want stability. They want the 10 of Pentacles. It doesn't have to be children, but they want the happy home. And that's what's living in their heart. And it's the motivation for their intentions, but they don't talk about it. Or maybe they're not even aware of it. And it's becoming aware. Like they're becoming aware of what they truly desire. Kind of looking at, instead of what do I get, status quo. What do I desire? Motivation. Okay. Pile number 2, please. Messages of love for pile number 2. Pile number 2, 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 pile number 2. One more, please, for pile number 2. Oh, we got 2 more. There you go. I love the way Spirit. So bottom of the deck is self-care. Clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. This is all about this person healing their inner child, getting to know themselves, really motivated to create something for themselves, by themselves. And so how do you play into that? I'm not sure, but it looks like you're the motivation for it. You're the catalyst for it. Might help if I opened it and didn't dribble it all the way down my chin. Rushing. All right. So we have balance. There's that temperance. One person's giving too much to this relationship. Codependency. Okay. I do believe you guys probably mirror each other. So take a look at your own side of the street. Spiritual lesson. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. And what is that lesson? About abundance. You've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. I don't think this person did the work. And if you mirror them, then, this is all about you too. Learning to do the work. Roll up your sleeves. Take care of business. Now, if you're the other distortion, if you're in the distorted masculine where this person never really chose and just left all the decisions up to you, like, you bring home most of the money. You choose where you go to dinner. You choose, and then they bitch about it later. Then that's a message for you, right? But you guys, when transformation's here, it tells me that this is a very karmic relationship for you guys. Okay? It's here to teach you a spiritual lesson. You had the karma card. You've got the spiritual lesson card. You had the Hierophant twice. The two of you meeting each other was by design. It is a karmic lesson. Advice for pile number 2. Advice for pile number 2. Advice for pile number 2. Okay. All right. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So I don't believe that karmic relationships are they get a bad rap. Karmic relationships are beautiful. My ex-husband taught me a lot about how to show up for myself and how to not compromise on who I choose for partners. And so unrequited love, if you feel like this is unrequited love, then that's the karmic lesson you're here to learn, is to learn to love yourself enough to not compromise. But if this person is your twin. This is my twin flame card in this deck, but we're not doing a twin flame reading, so we're going to read it the way it reads. Religious factor. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So this tells me it's a spiritual lesson. It's karmic in nature. It's here to teach you how to rise above and claim your throne, your crown. And then we have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And so if this is about, maybe you're married to this person, you want to divorce them, and you just don't know if they're going to survive. That was my thing. My ex-husband always talked a good talk, but I knew that he was codependent on me, and I wasn't sure how he'd survive if I left him. And then to nail the lid on it, after we got divorced, he had a major stroke and became almost an invalid. And so again, he once you're in that codependency, you kind of stay there until you learn how to co-create, or how to create, become a creator and create for yourself. So my guess is Spirit wants you to really look at your patterns, your cycles, because you got 2 cycle cards and you had the World. Have you always attracted unrequited love? Have you always compromised? And maybe your person did, because we're reading their energy. Maybe all their past relationships were very compromised, like they just fell in love with people that never loved them back. And so meeting you is a catalyst for their spiritual lesson on how to love themselves enough to choose how they want to show up in a relationship, more empowered, not taking a compromise, but to literally ask for their needs to be met. Heart-to-heart conversation, Ace of Swords, right? So whether or not this ends up in a relationship, a healthy relationship, is all about that universal alignment. It's all about the star. It's about chasing your star and knowing, is this person my star? Is this person my 9 of Cups? Is this person my person? Or is it unrequited love? And if they're in another situation, then they could be in a loveless marriage, or a loveless home life, or a loveless job, or a loveless family life, whatever. And the 2 of you meeting each other is a catalyst for that transformation. In order to empower, this person needs to empower themselves and to speak up, to talk about their feelings, to be honest, and to express. What was the bottom of the deck on that? Just out of curiosity. Finances and career. Yeah, it's all about self-worth. Codependency, value, money, whatever. All right, let's get you messages. Knock, knock. Who's there? Not you, then who? I would say pile number 2. That's who. Can we get messages from pile number 2's person? To pile number 2. What do they need to hear from their person? Pile number 2. Oh, this is a big deck. I made this deck. If you weren't listening at the beginning, I made this deck. I've revised it. I actually bought real cards to put it on. We're going to use it for a while and see if they resonate. If people like it, I'm going to put it to print and possibly sell it if people are interested. Come on. All right. What does pile number 2's person want to say to pile number 2, please? What does pile number 2's person? I long to kiss your lips. Kiss is one of my favorite rock bands of my time. I long to kiss your lips. So for some of you, this person could be in like a really crappy situation with someone else that is codependent in nature. So we have this divine timing feels like divine interference. You did have the Temperance card with the 3 of Wands in reverse. There's a lot of stagnant energy here. We have You Speak to Me in Music and Song Lyrics, which is profound because it came out for pile number 1, and there's almost 200 cards here. So we'll take a look at a song for you here in a minute. All right, pile number 2's person. Messages from pile number 2's person. I dream of you. So there's hope for this. A lot of that stagnant energy, unrequited love, is probably with someone else, and it even could be with themselves. I just don't love, there's not enough love for myself to make this relationship stable right now. Messages for pile number 2 from their person, please. Messages for pile number 2 for from their person. Pile number 2, don't shuffle my hair into it. Okay, that's enough. Ugh. All right, I'm going to take that top one. Whatever, fuck, I'll just read them fast. Like I get voices in my head and they're arguing with me. They're like, take them, take them. I'm like, do I have to? And they're like, take them. I'm like, whatever, I didn't want that many. All right, so we have obsessed. You cast a spell on me. This person thinks a lot about, you make them think a lot about their life. Says, you know, I'm not the only one at blame. Own your part in this. This is them. This is not geared toward you. Well, maybe it is, but this is all about, remember I said they're not participating right. They need to own their part in whatever situation they're in, whether it's with you or someone else. So this is Spirit's way of saying, you know, they need to understand that they played a part in this too. And if this is geared at you, then you're participating in the same way. We have This Shit Hurts. We have I Don't Feel Like Loving You Today. Hurt. You guys are in separation. So, you know, that's also, though, I want to say, that's more that victim mentality, right? Then we have Wake Up Call, 1111. You guys could be twin flames. You had the twin flame card in the Romance Angel deck, but only take that if it resonates. If not, this could absolutely be a catalyst relationship, a mirror, like I call them lab partners if they're not twin flames. You're running the same program. Look at, I got the LL and that looks like 1111. This is 1111. There's a lot of signs and synchronicities between you and this person. And it's a soul contract. It's a karmic soul contract, spiritual lesson. We have I Have Cried Over You. It's true. If you don't know about this person's feelings for you, they absolutely do have feelings. It's just they're hiding them. I mean, you've got a lot of secrets with the High Priestess in reverse. And then we have Let's Just Take a Break. And so whether they have distance from you or you've distance from them, it does look like you're in a bit of a break for now. Okay. So let's get you a love song. This is your current situation. Let's see what love song they want to bring to you. We'll take 2 love songs. Then I'm going to move on to pile number 3. Wow, long readings. I didn't know what I was getting into. I guess we'll just do short ones and then long ones too. All right, Spirit, can I select a love song for my person? Or I mean my pile number 2 from their person. Okay, what do you got? We've got Stressed Out by 21 Pilots. Oh, I've got it on the tip of my tongue. Anyhow, I can't get it in my head. So you can look it up. It's called Stressed Out by 21 Pilots. This person's, obsessing and they are stressed out. It says, wish we could turn back time to the good old days when our mama sang us to sleep. but now we're stressed out. This person, I do believe, became codependent because probably had an over controlling mother who made all their decisions for them. And, you know, when our mama sang us to sleep, they were well cared for and really not taught dependent Tracie, dependent traits. They're probably had a mother that really did everything for them and never taught them how to be independent. So then we have, and they're talking about, wish we could turn back time to the good old days too. Now we've got Reminiscing by Little River Band. It says, the years roll on. Each time I hear our favorite song, the memories come along. Older times I'm missing, spending the hours reminiscing. I don't want to sing right now, but look up Little River Band, Reminiscing. The years roll on. Each time I hear our favorite song, the memories come along. Older times I'm missing, spending the hours reminiscing. Okay, so that was your reading, guys. I love you. If you made it through a whole hour, congratulations. Let me know in the comment section if you made it through to the end, and tell me some things that you would like for readings in the future. And make sure if you're new, you hit that subscribe, give it a thumbs up, hit the wiggly bell. If you want a personal private reading, everything you need is in the description box, along with how you can join our Patreon if you're interested in exclusive content. And if you resonate with being a twin flame, I've created the 1111 tier, which is exclusive to twin flames, where we work on our inner healing to find that alignment in order to come into union. All right, so I love you, and I'm going to move on now to pile number 3. Holy colies, man. Pile number 3s. All right, you chose the, what time is it? 2:01:49. 2:01:49. So you chose the Tarot of Familiars by Lisa Larker. That's going to be the tarot deck that we use for your reading. And you chose the Peter site. I don't remember if I said that at the beginning of this video, but that's Peter site. I don't know why, but I don't remember saying that. So I might have been kind of rushing. All right, knock, knock. Knock, knock. Who's there? Not you, then who? Pile number 3. That's who. Pile number 3's person, spirit. What is going on with pile number 3's person? What are their thoughts and feelings and intentions? What is their energy? What's going on? Why are we in separation? Why are things stagnant? Why is my viewer here looking for guidance with their person? What do we need to know? One more. Ooh, okay. All right, let's just do this. Pile number 1's person. What's going on in this situation? What is pile number 1's person's thoughts, feelings, intentions? Oh, okay, we got, oh. All right. What's going on with pile number 3's person? What's going on with pile number 3's person? What is this situation about? What are we doing? I'm going to move this. What's going on with pile number 3's person? One more, please. Pile number 3's person. Okay. Wow. Holy crap. All right. Bottom of the deck is the 9 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, 6 of Swords. So this person's struggling in their life right now. And that's obvious here. We'll talk about this in a minute, but this person's going through some real struggles, life struggles. Six of Swords, they want to find some peace. Six of Wands in reverse, they want to succeed. Seven of Pentacles, they're confused. They don't know how to make a change. They don't know what to do. Two of Swords, they don't know what to do. They're kind of stuck. There's a choice here. Nine of Pentacles. So this, again, always comes up in my readings. For some of you, could be a third situation. Doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a job. It could be distance. It could be family problems. But there is a code, because Nine of Pentacles is independent. I can do anything with or without or in spite of anybody else. I can bring home the bacon. I can fry it up in the pan. I can, fix the gate, fix the car, breastfeed, whatever. This is somebody who can do it all and really doesn't need anybody else to create their happy, abundant life. But it looks to me like this person is confused and on the fence about how to do this. Maybe they're super independent and fearful of commitment, or maybe they're committed to somebody or something that is interfering with you. It's like, so I'm kind of feeling like they've got dreams, they've got aspirations, they've got things on their plate. And now you kind of came into the mix and they're like, how does this fit in with my plan? How does meeting this person fit in with my plan? And so your first card out is the Knight of Cups. No, I'm sorry, Page of Cups in reverse. That is vulnerability. This person's not communicating vulnerably. They're holding something in. This could be their feelings, or this could be, because there's a lot of swords here. We've got Two of Swords, and we've got Six of Swords, Five of Swords, Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, and the Tower with the Death card in reverse. I'm going to need clarifiers on these. I don't want to spin the wrong story for you. Usually I can really tell what's going on before I do that. But it looks to me like this person is kind of confused, like holding something in. They're observing, they're watching. Look at these three little owlets. So this deck talks to me differently than other decks. The visuals really speak to me more about intuition than it does the actual meaning of the cards. And what I'm seeing here is this person is afraid of how you'll see them or how others will see them. It's like they're being watched. Six of Wands too. This person doesn't like being scrutinized. They're secretive. They're kind of they like to keep things to themselves. They don't like to be vulnerable. They don't like people seeing their true nature or their true feelings. Seven of Cups. This person, again, there's confusion here. A lot of confusion. Choices that need to be made. Plans that are not being implemented. There's a lot here around this person's an overthinker. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You don't have to be. Eight of Swords. This person just feels really stuck and stinking thinking. They're over analyzing. There's a lot of fear around being vulnerable, about being seen. So 7 of Cups to the 8 of Swords. This person knows they need to make a choice, 2 of Swords, but they don't know how to choose, 2 of Swords. Very stagnant energy, 7 of Pentacles in reverse, right? 7 of Cups in the upright, 2 of Swords, 8 of Swords, moving on over here to the 9 of Swords. This is about ending something. A lot of times when I get the Death card, I think this is like a spiritual transformation, and it very well could be. And if it is, they're in the middle of it. Like this is, because the ending card is the Tower. This is like the universe is going to swoop in and move this person out of this stagnant energy. There's a choice here. This person needs to end something. It could be an end of overthinking, stagnation. Just, when you refuse to choose, that also is a choice. A lot of times we think, well, if I don't choose, I can just kind of sit here and not choose. But just know that's a choice too. And so whatever needs to end, we're going to clarify these. Whatever needs to end for this person with the Death card is really going to disrupt their life, and they know it. They're worried about it. This is like a complete, there's a lot riding on this for this person. This is going to disrupt their life. Meeting you is disrupting their life, whatever they've built. So if they're very independent, maybe they've been single for a long time. They're very goal oriented. They work long hours. They just have built a very safe, secure life for themselves. And meeting you is going to disrupt that, and that scares them. 9 of Swords. Or it could be that this person has another situation that needs to end. Death card in reverse. But they're not doing it. I mean, the Death card in the upright is an ending. The Death right in reverse is something that needs to end, but hasn't. It's mid-cycle. And then with the Tower, that's like divine intervention. That's like the hand of God. And so sometimes a Tower comes from divine, or it comes from you. You can choose to create a tower in your own life. You can say, well, I've built all of this, and now I've met this person and I'm in love. I want to build a future with them, but they don't share the same dreams. They don't share the same vision. And so in order to create with them, I would have to become interdependent and change something drastically in my life, which they're kind of trying to figure out if that's good for them, if that's what they want, if that's kind of the best choice to make. Very interesting. 9 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands in reverse, 6 of Swords in the upright, 5 of Swords in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, the Chariot. See, this person, I think before they met you, they were really on their path. Then meeting you put them in the cave. Change, drastic transformation. Put them in the cave. 5 of Swords. It's confusion. It's this is hard. 5 of Swords is hard. It's something you want to fight for, right? I want to win no matter what the cost. This person's not sure if they want to fight for this. They don't know if they care if they win this. 6 of Wands in reverse. They're afraid it's going to put them. They might care about what other people think, right? 6 of Wands in the upright is I'm making achievements that people are giving me recognition for, pats on the back. I'm revered. I'm successful, and people see it. This person seems to be struggling with whether or not you fit in their long-term plans. And isn't it funny how love can do that? So if there is a third party, which I don't really see, I don't see any threes, so probably not. This is more about this person's a bit of a loner. They kind of do things on their own. And trusting somebody else to come into their safe space is hard for them. It's very disruptive to what they're building. Let's clarify this. Now, of course, it could be third party. We'll see what comes out. But I'm not really feeling it so far. I'm kind of feeling like this person is just very independent, and they may not, I don't see fear of commitment yet. I just see fear of disruption, fear of something preventing them from getting to their highest goals that they have been creating on their own. All right, let's clarify the Page of Cups in reverse, please. Tell me about this Page of Cups in reverse for pile number 3. Ooh, the Ten of Swords. I told you there's an ending, a painful ending. This person has to end something. This could be their independent life. Like, I've been living by myself for 8 years, and I am successful. I'm building my dreams. I'm working toward my highest goals. And now, boom, I finally meet somebody that and there's more swords. Finally meet somebody, and in order to co-create, I would have to give up my independence, living by myself. I might have to compromise on my future plans because maybe, they're super in love with you or super motivated to change for you. And yet they would have to really create different options, meeting you is changing their life. And they're not sure how to end what they've started. And if this is third party, then this is obviously needing to end something, a painful cycle or a painful relationship or a painful something. Doesn't have, because third party can be anything, doesn't have to be a person. But this person, tell me, why is this so painful? Why is being vulnerable and apologizing or because the Page of Cups is that energy of, I love you. I always think of a little boy bringing a little girl flowers, It's a small gesture, but it's big for them. It makes them vulnerable. So why is this so hard for pile number 3's person? Why is meeting pile number 3 so hard for them? What's so painful here? What is the pain all about? What is this wanting to end? What is the ending? What is hard? What is painful? So we got strength. How do you want to receive? In the upright. Thank you. Okay. 5 of Pentacles. This person is a bit of a lone wolf. They don't play well with others. And some of them would have to move. They would have to totally destabilize their foundation and commitment. Because I'm getting, so the 8 of Wands is a movement card. It can literally be moving. Transition. So the Death card in reverse again. Transition, right? Moving. Possibly their home. Very interesting. You guys will have to let me know in the comments if this is resonating. And for some of you, it could be divorce. We're just going to go there because, I know a lot of you are suffering that way. But there's definitely an ending here. 10 of Wands, look. Yeah, this person, they're very burdened. There's something heavy in their heart around this whole situation that needs to end. Needs to end, but it isn't. It's not ending. There's, in order to create this move, something has to end. Something has to be let go. 10 of Wands in reverse. They're still holding it. They haven't quite let it go. And this isn't an easy decision for your person. So, they're a bit of a lone wolf. They don't play well with others. If this is a marriage, they're tired of feeling lonely in the marriage. It's like I'm in a committed relationship and yet it's dead. I'm alone all the time. We're not working well together. The home's upside down and I would like to move, but in order to move, I have to give up my responsibilities that I've committed to. So put yourself in the situation you're in. So 10 of Swords to the Page of Cups in reverse. We've got the Strength card in the upright. We've got the 4 of Cups in the upright. Missed opportunity with the Ace of Cups. This person is having cognitive dissonance. That's why all the swords are here. They're having a hard time finding the strength to choose. 4 of Cups. Do I want this or don't I want this? I mean, it's like the universe is handing them that 4th cup. And they're looking at all the other cups in front of them and thinking, do I really want this opportunity or is this one I can pass up? And then with that Ace of Cups, this tells me that there's investment. This person's got a lot of feelings. They're really desiring a new beginning in love. But it's going to cost them. Right now, they're kind of holding themselves back from accepting your cup of love. Tell me about the 7 of Cups, please. Why is the 7 of Cups here? Why is the 7 of Cups here? Clarify. So the Page of Swords and the 5 of Swords. Again, that sword energy. So much thoughts. God, I think we have almost the whole damn suit here. What are we missing? The Ace of Swords, the 3 of Swords, the 4 of Swords. The 7 of Swords. The Knight and the King. So Page of Swords is all about this person's overthinking this. I mean, holy fuck. Swords, 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 swords. They are stuck and stinking thinking. This person's highly intelligent and their intellect rules their heart. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if you're not dealing with an Aquarius. Don't have to be. But if that resonates, take it. This person has a hard time being emotionally driven. They're used to making all their decisions logically, and their feelings for you are strong enough that their logic is in direct conflict with their feelings. This situation with you could be very messy, very disruptive, creating huge change in this person's life that they're not sure makes sense for them. They have a lot of inner conflict. Their mind is playing tricks on them. Wow. Tell me about the Eight of Swords, please. Tell me about the Eight of Swords. All right. They said riffle shuffle. I'm going to do 2 more. Eight of Swords, please. All right. Clarify the Eight of Swords. What's got this person so stuck? What is their thought process that's keeping them stuck in this situation? What is their thought process that's keeping them stuck? Their life is stable. Oh, 3 of Swords in reverse, 2 of Pentacles in reverse, 10 of Cups in reverse, 9 of Pentacles. All right, now we're getting that third-party energy. Now, remember, third party doesn't have to be romantic. It doesn't have to mean that they're cohabitating, living with somebody, married to somebody else. But it definitely means that this person would have to give up their stability, their independence, their 10 of Cups, or their whatever they've been building. They're unhappy. They're not in balance. 10 of Cups in reverse, unhappy, unfulfilled. For some of you, they could be stuck in a job. So I'm getting 2 very different energies here. I feel like we just got invaded. This person has a very stable life, whether it's marriage or whatever it is, their job, their home. They've created stability. And they're afraid that they're going to lose a lot, especially their independence. And they're not sure if you're their 10 of Cups yet. That's for those who aren't in a marriage situation. If they're totally single, 9 of Pentacles, but they're quite frankly stable on their own. Stable. Now, if they're married, they're unhappy. They're not. They want to be single, right? That was the very first message on the other reading, or beginning of the reading, was the 9 of Pentacles, bottom of the deck. So that's, been kind of a red cord through all these readings. Very different energies, but kind of the same struggle. So tell me more about this King of Pentacles. Tell me more about the King of Pentacles. Why is the King of Pentacles here? Tell me more, tell me more, tell me more. King of Pentacles. Why is the King of Pentacles here? Page of Wands. Ooh, Judgment. Ace of Wands. Empress. There's that Ace of Swords. This person's not clear about I think they were good. Even if they are married, I think they thought it was stable and secure and good. I think you kind of came in like a tower. You came in like a wrecking ball, right? Like meeting you has totally destabilized this person's happy little home or happy little existence. You are a wake-up call for this person to look beyond the surface, to you make them want different. I wouldn't say better, I'd say different. Like you kind of just came in and made them think, oh, well, I was happy and content and stable with what I've got, but you make me desire so much more. And now they're like thinking. You brought them options. 7 of Cups. Let's riffle shuffle. Tell me about death. Why is death here, please? Why is death here? In the reverse. What needs to end? What needs to come falling down? What is the big change for this person? Illusions. Yeah, I think this person had themselves convinced that they were good. I would be willing to bet this person has a public persona of some sort that they need to guard. They don't want anybody to know that they aren't happy or that their home life isn't what it. This person lives a facade, an illusion. And in order to be with you, they would have to be authentic. They would have to let that illusion, that make-believe persona that they've built and worked so hard to have, they would have to tear it down. They would have to totally admit to their viewers or their family or their friends or their whatever that it was all a lie. It was all pretense, an illusion. Whatever it is. I mean, we're not going to pick on whatever's going on in their life. You, as the viewer, already know what's going on in their life. But I think what you don't know is what motivates this person is their pride. That whatever they've created is an illusion. And meeting you is showing them that they really aren't as happy as they thought they were. You make them want things you remind them of dreams that they had, that they kind of gave up on to have something else. But they were good. I really get this feeling like they were good. They didn't know that they were pretending until you came along and they started seeing what they built differently. You make them think. You make them go deep and really look into, their own motivations, their own, what have they created and are they happy with it? Is it fulfilling? Work in progress. You're going to get, if you're not communicating with this person because of all this stagnant energy, this overthinking, things are in the works. And if it's a divorce, then it's in the works. They're working on it. It's a work in progress. If it's not another relationship, then it's do I want to commit? Do I want to build a future with this person? Maybe I want to be where I'm at doing what I'm doing, even if it's not really as authentic as I originally thought it was. You make this person think and analyze. Tell me about the Nine of Swords. What's their deepest fear? What's their deepest fear? Nine of Swords. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune, destined opportunity, change. Their biggest fear is change. They are afraid of change. Right there, in your face. This is an opportunity that is going to disrupt their life, creating huge, huge change in their life. And they know it, the Tower. And they're afraid of change. They're afraid of change. Nine of Swords again on the bottom of the deck. They're afraid to be vulnerable. Holy shit. Look at all that energy. This person is afraid of change. So they've created a happy, cush little persona, fake life, fake something, an illusion. And meeting you makes them want to change. And yet they're so stressed and afraid of that change. Tell me about the Tower. Why is the Tower here? Why is the Tower here? Tell me about the Tower, please. Why is the Tower here? I knew that wanted to come out. Again, I think your person believes that people see them as highly successful. They get recognition. They could be in the public's eye. They could be a public figure with all these swords. I haven't got the King of Swords, though. But whatever, this person's pride and ego is I'm a winner. They don't want to be seen for what they truly built. What's the pretense, the illusion? It's like this person might have a public persona where I'm happily, you ever see those movies where there's a senator and, in front of the movie cameras and the public eye, they're happily married, have happily, a happy little perfect wife, perfect children, and then the cameras get shut off and they hate each other and they want a divorce, but they can't because it would ruin his public image and maybe he wouldn't get voted for, whatever. I'm sure that it's a general reading and not everybody would be in that kind of a situation, but that's kind of the feeling I'm getting, is that this person cares about how other people see them, and they've been pretending, they've been living a lie and pretending that there's something they're not. And you coming into their life is threatening their illusion, threatening that life, that the way they're seen. They don't want people to know that they're afraid. They don't want people to know that they're going through a lot behind the scenes, trials and tribulations. They don't want people to think that they're not a leader, that they're not able to choose wisely, that they made a poor choice in whatever they've built before you came along. All right, so that's your reading for that. Let's take a look at timeline potentials. Wow, guys, you guys got it. I don't know if you know all that. Do you know all that? You got your person stressed the fuck out, man. They are stressed, overthinking, fear of being figured out, fear of being seen as different than what the illusion is. Remember, right at the very beginning, I saw those 3 owlets, and it looked like these people have an audience. They have people watching them. It could be their children, could be their co-workers, could be their family, could be that they are a public persona. Their life is very public, aired in the public, and it's a lie. And so if they were to get a divorce, or if they were to choose you somehow, some way, that's going to be publicly known and kind of create a tower for them. And they have a fear of change. Wow, deep messages today. No wonder they're taking so long. All right, tell me about timeline potential. Start with the lowest and work our way up to the highest. Timeline potentials for the future for this pile, please. Timeline potential for this pile. Work our way up the scale, please, to the highest timeline possible. To the highest timeline possible, please. Can I get 2 more for the highest possible timeline? All right, I'm only taking the top one because there's a group. Highest potential timeline, please. Highest potential timeline. Oh my God. There you go. This person has a fear. Ooh. Doggy. Man, I'm really on it today. Like everything's just plain, like I'm not getting any arguments with the stories that I'm intuitively picking up. So we've got the Ace of Wands in reverse. This person has a lot of desire. Remember, we had the Strength card. In this deck, it's called Restraint. This person has a lot of passion for you, and they're holding back. They're holding back because they are a leader. I do believe they are a leader. And so they're holding back because they don't want to be visionary leader. They're seen somehow, some way. They're seen, or in their minds they are, because sometimes people aren't as hot shots as they think they are. But they, maybe they're used car salesmen, right? But to them, they're like the best damn car salesman in the county, and have won awards, and they've got this beautiful little, trophy wife and whatever. I don't know. Just take what resonates. So the lowest timelines is this person not taking action, not they're restraining their fire, their energy as far as action. As we climb up, there's that change, Wheel of Fortune. This is a destined opportunity, maybe even a fated opportunity for this person to build something different. This is like we're going back from the Ten of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles. It's starting all over. It's planting a new seed. It's a brand new, it's starting all over. It's investing differently, changed, right? So this person, we've got aces all over the freaking place. We had the Ace of Cups, we have the Ace of Wands, we got the Ace of Pentacles, and had the Ace of Swords, right? Did I miss any? Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords. You had it all. This person really does want to start all over again, and they're scared to death. But look at the bottom of the deck, or the last two cards, is the King and the Queen of Pentacles, which has shown up in every fucking reading. Just to let you know, all three piles. Yeah, this person would have to drop the illusion of being a strong, independent leader that doesn't need anybody in their life to have a happy, fulfilled life. That's the illusion. There's the Tower. So once the Tower goes down, because now it's in reverse, the Seven of Wands comes down. That's defensives, put their defenses down. Break the illusion, and probably commit with the King and Queen of Pentacles instead of Five of Pentacles. This is like, I don't want to be alone anymore. I don't want to be alone anymore. Or I don't want to feel lonely anymore. Tranquility ahead. Another sword card. So this is all about learning some lessons about what they truly want. And they're really in a lot of chaos right now. I think a lot of it's internal chaos, but it could be external. And so this person, I mean, all those towers, right? When the tower comes down, when they finally let the tower fall, and we've got the Three of Wands. We had the Wheel of Fortune twice. This person could be kind of waiting for some perfect moment, some destined opportunity. I don't know what that could be. It's a general reading, it could be anything. It could be, I want to wait till my wife is, done with her chemotherapy, or the kids are grown, or Johnny has his 12th birthday, or Janie graduates college, or until my career is in a better place. When this tower isn't going to create an obstacle. But that, I mean, the highest timeline is everything comes down, everything gets better, and then stabilizes, and there's commitment and all the new aces. So there's the highest timeline for you guys is beautiful. But I do believe your person could be waiting on a destined opportunity, some kind of divine moment, something that they've been restraining their feelings for you until the time is right. And that tower could come in, because sometimes when people do that, spirit's like, fuck that. Nope, sorry. We're going to just make it happen because this is fated. And here's your sign. Joe, or what's his name? Engville? What's his first name? That comedian. Something Engville. Anyhow, here's your sign. So I think this is going to change, and I think it's going to change abruptly. And I think your person knows it and they're really resisting it. And they're overthinking and overprocessing, and they know what they want. They're just afraid of change. And they might stand to have a lot to lose, especially in the eyes of other people. Like, what will my children think if they know that their dad's in love with another woman and wants to divorce their mom? Or what will my public, my viewers, or my fan club, or my coworkers, or whatever, this person knows that they're going to have to just let the tower fall and disrupt everything and rebuild, right? All new aces, new everything. This person's going to have to start from scratch. Aces, all 4 aces. So your highest and best timeline is commitment. It's success. It's marriage. It's commitment. Now remember, timelines are malleable. It depends on your alignment, vibrational alignment. But for you guys with the Wheel of Fortune twice and the Tower like 3 times, I think, I'm pretty sure yours is very divinely guided. And so it may not be a choice. That choice could very well be taken from this person, and their tower could fall. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Let's get you messages. Well, all right. Where'd you go? Oh, you got 3. Oh, sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. It does look like it's destined. If you resonate with being twin flames, there's your sign. Bill Engvall. There you go. Here's your sign. We have friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. And we have deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. This person does too. They already know the answer. And maybe you guys met at work, or at the doctor's office or the grocery store. Maybe you met and you developed a friendship, and the friendship is kind of moved into a place that makes this person really uncomfortable because it might be taboo in some kind of way. But I do believe it was destined. I believe the 2 of you, you come out as the King and Queen of Pentacles. That's a divine couple. That's a power couple. That's 2 people that belong together. And so this is cool. So I'm glad I finally got you a good message, because the rest of it was really kind of monkey's play. Overthinking, stinking thinking. All right. Tell me about this situation. Tell me about this situation. What do we need to know for pile number 3 in their situation? Oh, there it is. All right, bottom of the deck is vice. Be mindful of negative and toxic behavior. Shadow work may be necessary. Rude awakening, that's that tower. Things fall apart to make way for a sturdier foundation. Yep, and that person knows it. They know it. Okay, so for those of you that are dealing with external influences, we have I love you both. Love triangle, unable to make a decision. Only take that if it resonates, because I feel like that's Spirit's way of validating those who are in that situation. But if you're not, then this is, then just take what resonates. So then we have intense connection. Sure, sacred union, of course. This is a deep connection, and triggers may arise. And towers, and towers. And lots of stinking thinking and fears and reservations and fear of change and disruption. Isn't that the way sacred unions go? Advice, please, for my viewer. Pile number 3. Thank you. Prepare to be astounded. The universe is saying we are stepping in. Send them love, wish them peace, see them happy. Everyone, always, forever, and be prepared to be astounded. The universe. P.S. Oh man, And will you ever become a big time manifester? So this is, Spirit saying that this person needs to trust. And if they're in a relationship where they're afraid, maybe it's not a bad relationship, it's just a false one. And so they don't want to hurt the other person. You never know, right? Send them love, wish them peace, see them happy, and then say goodbye. Everyone, always, forever, be prepared to be astounded. And oh man, will you ever become the big time manifester? Now, if this is advice for you, it's the same thing. It's like you need to be in that flow state of acceptance. Let this person make their own decision. Let this person, it's kind of between them and God at the moment. And you need to see them happy, send them love, and wish them peace. And then be prepared to be astounded, because being in the flow will bring you that wheel of fortune. I believe this is between them and God right now, them and their maker. And you are a catalyst for this person to really face their maker, face themselves. All right. Advice, please, for pile number 3. Advice for pile number 3. Advice for pile number 3. Advice for pile number 3. Oh my God. So yeah, you got a bunch of them, didn't you? I'll take them. So we have victim mentality. This could be you. This could be them. Sorry, my Google's.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Yeah, we don't care. All right, victim mentality. 7. It's a 7. Consciousness. 7 of Swords energy. This person is living a lie, and they feel bound to something that they created for themselves. It's like they're in their own little home. Time's running out. They're learning. They're purging. They feel tied. 8 of Swords energy too, right? They're bound to the bed. I'm hearing in my head, you made your bed in it, now you have, or you made your own bed, now you have to sleep in it. My daddy used to say that. You made your bed, now sleep in it. Okay. Oh, professional assistance. Okay, so this person might need to hire a lawyer, or they could be in a very professional persona, right? They could be somebody who's very professional, and they might actually even be somebody who gives other people relationship advice, and now they got to eat crow and be vulnerable and let other people see that they can talk the talk, but they can't walk the talk, So we have intuition, manifestation. This is the 3 of Wands energy. This is about trust and faith, waiting for your ships to come in. This is seeing it before you believe it, right? It's not I'll believe it when I see it. It's I'll see it when I believe it. And then we have happy success. I do believe this person, whoever you're dealing with, has a very successful life. And it's a illusion. They want the real deal now, and you represent the real deal. All right, let's get messages for pile number 3, please. Love messages for pile number 3. 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 Okay. Different pages. You and this person don't share the same vision. Didn't I say that at the very beginning? This person has built something for themselves. They've got a dream. And maybe it was false. Maybe, whatever it is, this person's worried about about their vision being compromised. They're worried about the fact that if they get with you, you might be totally different than what they visualize themselves in the future as being. This feels like a very goal-oriented person who's been pursuing something avidly. And then you come along, and in order to be with you, they have to reconstruct their entire life. We have retreat time alone or in nature will help you recharge. You guys probably could possibly be on a hiatus, non-communication. If you're not, it could be on the horizon, or you could just be being told by spirit that, you know, it would be good to get out in the fresh air, even if it's cold, bundle up, whatever, and just kind of get away from it all in order to gain some clarity. And then we have friendship. This friendship's leading to more. You had that right here, friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. This person and you, I think, are friends, and it's growing. Like it, I don't think either one of you ever suspected it was going to become what it is. All right. Romance angel messages for pile number 3. What is going on with pile number 3 in love and romance? What is going on here? What do we need to know? 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 Romantic feelings. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. I think this was serendipity. I don't think you guys thought this friendship was ever going to be anything more. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. You got romance, romance. One more, please, for pile number 3. Oh, we got 2 more. We got trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith, and we have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Remember, the highest outcome for you guys look like marriage, or at least commitment, right? King and Queen of Pentacles. So your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Give your relationship a chance and work on your partnership. All right, let's get you some love messages from your person, things that they would like to say, but perhaps haven't. Messages for you from your person. This is the deck that I made. It's called Let Me Just Say This. Okay, this is something that this person has been wanting to say. Let me just say this. Let me just get it off my chest. One more. Now, let me know, guys, if you like this deck and if it resonates, because I'm thinking about taking it to print, but I want to work with it for a little while because I added like almost 100 new cards, messages, like 70, I think. All right, messages for pile number 3 from their person. What would they like to say? Oh, too many. What would they like to say? What would pile number 3's person like to say to pile number 3? All right, so my mental, spiritual, physical health is a challenge. That's just all that sword energy. I put that in parentheses. It doesn't mean they're spiritual or they're physical. It's options. And me as the reader, I get to choose according to the energy which option it is. Their mental health, because swords, 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 swords. We have, I'm so lonely without you, but I'd never admit it. And we saw that. They're restraining themselves. 5 of Pentacles. We have, why did you leave me? That's a new energy. That could be the other situation. Like he, and I do feel he, but take whatever resonates. They're wondering what they're going to say. Like, why am I leaving? Like, we have, for all intent and purposes, kind of the perfect life. What do I tell them? Why did you leave me? That's part of that fear, that 9 of Swords, I think. Now, obviously, if this person leaves you, because we did have retreat, then maybe, they didn't tell you why they took a break. But I'm not feeling that for the majority of you. I feel like this is what they're like trying to think. Why would I do this? What do I say? Well, I love you. We had a nice marriage, or we had a nice go of it. Look, there's a woodpecker. But I'm just not. I just met somebody else and I like her better. That's not an easy thing to tell somebody. What would pile number 3's person want to say? Pile number 3's person want to say to pile number 3? What does pile number 3's person want to say to pile number 3? We have no, not now, not aligned. Or not now, not aligned. And they're not. I'm going to be honest. They're in sword energy. They're really kind of stuck in their logical thought process at the moment. We have ego trip. You had the 6 of Wands many times. Hide and seek. I love when you pursue me. I don't know that it's so much about you pursuing them. I just think that you kind of trigger them in their ego. It's like they've been pursuing, their ego's been pursuing some grand life. Next, we have your neediness scares me. Can you dial it back a bit? So if you've been a little codependent or chasing this person, no. Anytime you chase anything, it will move farther away from you. It's the law of attraction. Okay, you can't chase. You need to, just dial it back a bit. I'm afraid you found someone else. Did you dump this person? Look at, I have a typo. I'm afraid. You have found someone else. Yes, Tracie's human. So I don't know how that plays in, but it does say, why did you leave me? I'm afflicted and addicted. And we did have that vice. You're going to have to take that as it resonates. It could be anything. This could be, I'm addicted to success. I'm addicted to being seen. I'm addicted to money, prestige, drugs, alcohol, food. I don't know. Take that as it resonates. Can I get one more? Maybe 2 more for pile number 3? So there's some energy coming out here that I didn't pick up in the cards. So if it doesn't, remember I made this deck. If it doesn't resonate, don't try to make it fit. We have, I need to focus on me right now. I know this is hard to hear, but I just can't. And we have, I get green with jealousy. How can I compete? I don't know. I get the feeling that you might just have kind of showed up in this person. They may not even tell you. They may not have even told you yet their feelings, because we got that friendship, right? So you may not even really, you might like this person, they might like you, but neither one of you have really come to any kind of a place of relationship. You might work with this person, but it's like they see you. You could be talking to other people, dating around. I don't know. That's different energy. So only take it if it resonates. I made this deck. Bottom of the deck is, I know I can be a real ass, but deep down, I truly love you. That's that ego again. Maybe you're the problem. We didn't read your energy. I'm reading your person's. Maybe you are the one. And they're just, it's coming up in their energy. So take what resonates. Let's get you a love song. And remember, because I made that deck, if it doesn't resonate, just take what does and leave the rest. It is a prototype, and we're just going to use it until we decide whether or not it's going to work. So yeah, if you could give me some feedback in the comments and let me know if the messages kind of hit home for your situation. Love songs, please, for pile number 3 from their person. Wow, did you walk out on this person? Maybe this is all about you. You could be the wife. You could be the one that, I don't know. Let me know. I don't want to go back through the whole reading in my head, but I suppose I could have missed some of the options. So we have Never Say Goodbye by Bon Jovi. Somehow, some way, I feel like you might have, kind of put this person in a holding pattern. If you're the wife, if you're the other person and they're trying to salvage this marriage or this relationship, that could be a spin that I didn't put on this. So we have say goodbye, never say goodbye. Holding on, we gotta try. Holding on to never say goodbye. Yeah, and storms never last. So that could be. Let me know, guys. If you're not afraid to air your laundry, drop a comment. Let me know, like, what did I miss? Did I miss something in your situation? Because it could help other people. So we've got Dr. Hook, Storms Never Last. It feels like you guys broke up. Maybe you're going after your happy life and they're not happy about it. I don't know. Drop me a comment. So this is storms never last, do they, baby? Bad times all pass with the wind. Your hand in mine stills the thunder. You make the sun wanna shine. So if I go back and just kind of ruminate on what I remember about your reading, you did have professional assistance. And so if you guys are already a sacred couple, if you're already married, if you're already been in a long-term relationship and something broke you up, possibly pride and ego with the 6 of Wands, you guys might be getting advice to get professional help on how to create a happy life. Because it does, with the messages that I'm getting at the end, feels like there's a group of you that might actually be contemplating divorce. And this, your person doesn't understand. And it could be because they have an addiction. And you kind of left them. Why did you leave me? Maybe you're separated and living separate and you're dating, you're kind of living your highest and best life, right? But this is a sacred union and you guys are going to end up back together. Maybe you broke up and became just friends. And now that friendship is developing again into, healing whatever is broken. Take what resonates. This one kind of confused me toward the end, and I'm seeing a different timeline. So let me know in the comments what's going on here, because I might have missed a timeline. Because as a reader, I see potential timelines and outcomes and storylines, and I might have missed one. This may not be this person with someone else. This could have been you and this person in your life that you built together and thought it was a happy life, and they thought it was, perfect, and you were unhappy and walked away, and now they're looking at their life saying, well, why did you leave me? If they have like an addiction or some kind of a vice that you just, they didn't recognize it as being a problem. They were in denial. Wow, a lot of deep, deep messages coming in today. Well, that's what happens when you do a collective reading, right? There's lots of timelines and lots of people in different situations that are unfolding. So maybe now with that, I might have touched on each of them. So again, I love you. Thank you for being here. Let me know in the comments if I validated something at the end that I was missing in the beginning. And then make sure you give me a thumbs up if you're interested in a private reading. You know, private readings are much easier because I'm in just your energy, just you and your person. There's, collective is every single eyeball that looks at the video and their person. So if you would like a private reading to kind of get a better read on this, please feel free to reach out. It's in the description box. If you resonate with being a divine counterpart, sacred union, twin flame, high level soulmate, you might want to check out our Patreon at the 1111 if that resonates with you, because over there it's all twins in that tier, and we are working on our shadow work and interpersonal healing in order to create union energies. All right, so I love you, and let me know, and I will see you on the next upload. Namaste.